Hello everyone. Our topic for today is counters and time delays. In our last lectures, we studied about looping. Looping means to repeat certain instructions. Now, looping means repetition of a task or repetition of instructions. Then, what is counter? Counter means how many times to repeat that task. That is counter. So counters, these are used to keep the track of the events in loops. Counters are designed by simply loading an appropriate number into one of the registers and then using increment or decrement instructions. Means if we have to display or if we have to repeat any task for several times, then we simply load a number. That means कितनी बार हमें वो इंस्ट्रक्शन रिपीट करना है, दैट नंबर इज लोडेड इनटू अ रजिस्टर and after that we use increment or decrement instructions to repeat the task. But there is a drawback in loop, and that drawback is the counting is performed at such a high speed that only the last count can be observed. We cannot observe the instructions or we cannot observe the results at each iteration. So if we want कि हमें हर एक आइट्रेशन के बाद क्या हुआ है, व्हाट इज़ द रिजल्ट आफ्टर ईच आइट्रेशन, देन वी शुड यूज़ द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ टाइम डिलेज. दैट मीन्स जितनी बार भी लूप चल रहा है, हर आइट्रेशन के बाद देयर शुड बी अ प्रॉपर अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम डिले. सो टाइम डिलेज, दिस इज जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन लाइक MVI CFFH loop DCR C JNZ loop. This is a flow chart that represents this concept, this program. MVI CFFH means we are loading FFH into a register C. FFH means 255 in decimal. So we are loading a number 255 in a register C. Now there is a loop decrement C. Every time you have to decrement the value of C. If jump if not 0 to loop. If C is not 0, then decrement it again and again. But when it comes to 0, simply halt. So this is just a flow chart to represent that case. Initialize, display, update. Is this the final count? If no, repeat the same set of instructions. If yes, then load the delay register, decrement it. If the register becomes 0, then stop. Otherwise, again decrement the register. So this is just an example how this counter and time delays are working. On counters and time delays, we have numericals. In exam, you'll be having questions on counters and time delays, and one question from counters and time delays will be there. 110% it will be there. So today we'll take 4 to 5 questions related to counters and time delays, and I'll try to include all the concepts that are there in counters and time delays. So let's start with our first question. Calculate the time required to execute an MVI instruction if the 8085 based microcomputer is working on a 2 megahertz clock frequency. See, it is asking कि how much time is required to execute an MVI instruction if the microprocessor is operating on 2 megahertz of clock frequency. This is the simplest example or simplest question on counters and time delays. See, clock frequency of the system that is F is given to us, that is 2 megahertz. Okay, we have to first calculate the clock period T. T is equivalent to 1 by F. We know that time is the reciprocal of frequency. So time is equals to 1 upon F. That means 1 upon 2 megahertz. That means 1 upon 2 into megahertz, convert it into hertz. So 2 into 10 raised to the power 6. So this is equivalent to 0.5 microseconds, or you can say 0.5 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 seconds. Okay, now time period done. It is asking calculate the time required to execute an MVI instruction. हमें system कितना time लेगा वो हमने calculate कर लिया. Now we have to calculate how much time MVI instruction requires to execute on a 8085 microcomputer. So since the MVI instruction requires 7 T states, MVI instruction क्या करता है 7 T states consume करता है. A single MVI instruction takes 7 T states. So number of T states taken by MVI is 7. So therefore time to execute MVI instruction is equals to number of T states into clock period, that is 3.5 microsecond. So time to execute MVI instruction, this is equivalent to number of T states multiplied by clock period, that is T. So this is the simplest example that is related to counters and time delays. Let's move to further questions or further topics. See, you might feel that how I have written that MVI requires 7 T states. See, जब भी एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आएगा तो उसमें आपको गिवन होगा which instruction is consuming what number of T states. This is given to you. Okay, let's move to the second question. This is the second question. Consider the following instructions and calculate the time delay in the loop with 2 megahertz clock frequency, and the program is given to you. See, MVIC FFH loop, DCRC JNZ loop, and corresponding to each and every instruction the number of T states is also given. MVI instruction is taking 7 T states, loop this decrement is taking 4 T states, JNZ is taking 10 by 7. Now what is this 10 by 7? 10 by 7 means when JNZ loop jump if not 0, when jump if not 0 is true, then it is taking 10 T states, but when this condition is false, then it is taking 7 T states. So you can say that JNZ is taking 10 T states when it is there in the loop, and outside the loop it is taking 7 T states. Okay, clear? Now let's start with this. Calculate the consider the following instructions and calculate the time delay in the loop with 2 megahertz clock frequency. Clock frequency is given to us. F is equals to 2 megahertz as it was in the previous question. So therefore T is equals to 1 by F, that is 0.5 microseconds. Clear? Now thus time delay in the loop, that is TL. TL means time delay in the loop will be TL is equals to T, that is clock period, multiplied by number of T states, number of T states in the loop, number of T states in the loop multiplied by N10. Now what is this? Here T is the clock period, means 0.5 microseconds. So T, this is the clock period. Number of T states inside the loop, this is given to us. And what is N10? N10, this is your this is the N10 means decimal equivalent of the counter loaded in the register. So what is this decimal equivalent of the counter loaded in the register? See, here we have a loop. Loop number of times repeat hoga, that number of times is known as counter. So counter that we have loaded in the register is uska decimal equivalent is equal to N10. See here, this loop is repeated how many times? FFH. MVIC FFH. This is what? This is a counter. FFH is a counter, and we are saying the counter value in decimal is N10. So FFH is equivalent to FFH is equivalent to 255 in decimal. So N10 will be 255. So let's write T is equals to 0.5 multiplied by number of T states in the loop. In the loop how many T states are required? In the loop. लूप लेवल का है ये, लूप के अंदर कितनी टी स्टेट्स रिक्वायर हो रही हैं? तो 4 प्लस 10, नॉट 7, 7 इज आउटसाइड द लूप, इनसाइड द लूप 4 प्लस 10, दैट मीन्स 14, 4 प्लस 10 multiplied by N10. N10 is FFH 255. FF is equivalent to 255 in decimal. So this is equivalent to 1785 microseconds, or you can write 1.8 milliseconds. So this is the time delay in the loop. Okay, now एग्जाम में आपसे पूछा जा सकता है what is the adjusted loop delay. I am telling you that also. Adjusted loop delay. Adjusted loop delay is equivalent to delay inside the loop minus adjusted T states multiplied by clock period. This means what is TL? TL we have just computed 1785. 1785 minus adjusted T states. Adjusted T states means here we have 10, outside it is 7. So adjusted T states means 10 minus 7, that is 3. So 3 into clock period 0.5. 0.5. This is equivalent to 1783.5 microseconds. So this is the adjusted loop delay. Clear? Now hence total delay is equals to time to execute instructions outside loop plus time to execute loop instructions. This is the total delay. That means TD is equivalent to TO plus TLA. That means time outside the loop and time to execute the loop instructions. That means time outside the loop. Time outside the loop is equivalent to number of T states outside the loop. Outside the loop number of T states. कितनी T states loops के बाहर require हो रही हैं? 7. So 7 into clock period 0.5 plus TLA means adjusted time delay. What is the adjusted time delay? This 1783.5. So this is equivalent to 1787 microseconds, or you can say 1.8 milliseconds. Okay. So in this single question, I have explained how to calculate the time delay inside the loop. I have also explained how to compute the adjusted loop delay, and in the way what is the actual total delay inside the loop. Okay, let's move to another question. Calculate the total time delay for the following. See, there is a program corresponding to each and every instruction. We are given the number of t states required. What we have to do? We have to calculate the time delay. Let's start. F is equals to 2 megahertz. That means time is equals to 0.5 microseconds. N10 counter 2384. 2384 in hexadecimal. This is equivalent to 9092 in decimals. You can convert this. 2384 is equivalent to 9092 in decimals. So N10 is 9092. Clear? Now let's compute time delay. Time delay inside the loop. This will be equivalent to clock period multiplied by number of t states in the loop multiplied by N10. Clock period 0.5 multiplied by number of t states 6 plus 4 10 plus 4 14 plus 10 24. Inside the loop कितनी यूज हो रही है 6 4 4 10. So that means 24 into 9092 and 10. This is equivalent to 109104 microseconds. Clear? Now in this question I am not calculating the adjusted time delay. I am just telling you the how you can calculate the total delay. I am telling you various ways to calculate the total delay. One, I have already explained, using adjusted time delay. Now I am telling you another method without adjusted time delay. So total delay TD is equals to TL plus TO, means time delay inside the loop, time delay outside the loop. So this is equivalent to TL. TL we have just calculated 109104 plus outside the loop number of t states 10 into 0.5 t states outside the loop multiplied by clock period. Okay, so this is equivalent to 109109 microseconds, or you can say 109 milliseconds. So this is the time delay without calculating the adjusted time delay. You can mention it here, without adjusted time delay. एग्जाम में आपकी मर्जी है, आप चाहो तो डायरेक्ट कर लो, अदरवाइज यू कैन मेंशन, आप चाहो तो डायरेक्ट कर लो, डायरेक्ट करोगे तो यू हैव टू मेंशन विदाउट एडजस्टेड टाइम डिले, और यू कैन गो विद द फर्स्ट मेथड like this. First you calculate the adjusted time delay and then calculate the total time delay inside the loop. Okay, now this was method 2. Let's move to another question, and this is the last question for today's lecture. Time delay using a loop within a loop technique. That means we are calculating the time delay when we have nested loops. Okay, MVI B38H loop 2, there is a loop 2, loop 2 is repeating, loop 2 के लिए काउंटर क्या होगा, ये 38H, फाइन, एंड MVI C FFH loop 1 कितनी बार रिपीट होगा, FFH टाइम्स. अगैन आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग यू, अगैन आई एम टेलिंग यू, loop 2 कितनी बार रिपीट होगा, 38H टाइम्स, एंड loop 1 कितनी बार रिपीट होगा, FFH टाइम्स. सो लूप 1 के लिए काउंटर है FF और लूप 2 के लिए काउंटर है 38. ओके, लेट्स स्टार्ट. वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द डिले इन लूप 1 एंड डिले इन लूप 2. सो लेट्स कैलकुलेट delay in loop 1 first. Okay, so delay, time delay, this is equivalent to clock period, frequency is 2 megahertz again, into number of t states in loop 1 multiplied by n10. That means 0.5 multiplied by number of t states in loop 1. How many t states are there in loop 1? Loop 1, where is loop 1? Here. 4 plus 10, 14 plus 4, 8, 18 plus 10 is equivalent to, sorry, loop 1, 4 plus 10, 14 only. Why 14 only? Because यहाँ पर ये loop terminate हो गया है. Jump if not 0 to loop 1. तो loop 1 में सिर्फ यही दोनों instructions तो आ रहे हैं. That's it. So 4 plus 10, that is 14. 14 into n10. n10 means, what is the counter of n1? What is the counter of loop 1? The counter of loop 1 is FFH. That means 255. FF is equals to 255. Okay. So this is equivalent to your 1785 microseconds. Okay. Now calculate the adjusted time delay. In this question I am calculating the adjusted time delay. So TL minus number of adjusted t states multiplied by clock period. This is the formula. That means TL 1785 minus number of adjusted t states. Adjusted t states 10 minus 7. That means 3 multiplied by clock period 0.5. So this is equivalent to 1783.5 microseconds. So this is the delay in loop 1. Now let's calculate delay in loop 2. This is similar to loop 1. Clear? Let's start. There is a slight change in loop 2. Please notice that. I am calculating the adjusted loop delay. This is equivalent to 56 multiplied by TL1 plus 21 t states into 0.5. Now what is this? This 56 is equals to 38H. 56 in decimal is equals to 38H. So this is the counter. This is counter for loop 2. TL1 adjusted loop delay in loop 1. 21, this is the number of t states required in loop 2. loop 2 में कितनी t states require हो रही हैं? 4 plus 10, 14 plus 7, 21. loop 2 कहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है? यहाँ से. तो loop 2 में कौन कौन से इंस्ट्रक्शंस हैं? MVI और ये दोनों. So 7 plus 4, 11 plus 10, 21. So that's why I have written 21. And 0.5, sorry, this is the clock period. Clear? Now, this is another way. This is time delay using a loop within a loop technique. Here we are calculating the delay in loop 2 because of loop 1. So this is the formula. So that means this is equivalent to 56 into 1783.5 plus, okay, so this is equivalent to 100.46 milliseconds. Milliseconds, I have not written microseconds, milliseconds. So this was the last formula, or you can say last method of counters and time delays. That was all about counters and time delays. I have explained 4 methods, I have explained 4 questions. It is up to you. See, when you are, this question is about calculating the delay in loop 2 because of loop 1. So this is totally different. Okay. In the previous question, we have studied this without adjusted time delay. Before that, we studied adjusted loop delay, and we started with a basic question on counters and time delay. So that was all about counters and time delays. Thank you.